Hello primary 4, and now let's start concept 3. And in this concept we are going to talk about the renewable energy resources on the earth, like the water, wind and the solar energy, or using different renewable energy resources. Okay, let's start with concept 1. And in this concept in this lesson we said that we know that many devices or any device needs energy to be operated. So we are going to talk about the energy resource and the type of energy that comes from this energy resource. So the battery, it's the energy resource or something that gives me energy. The type of energy inside it, non-renewable, because we cannot make the energy come back inside the battery. After finishing the energy inside the battery, we have to replace it or recharge it. Also, the gasoline, it's non-renewable form of energy. The solar panels, they use the sunlight or the solar energy, and it's a renewable type of energy. The coal used inside the electric power stations, it's non-renewable. Also, the natural gas is non-renewable. What about wind? Excellent, it's a renewable resource of energy. Okay, in this lesson we are going to talk about the windmills and water mills. Okay, hundreds of years ago people needed machines to make their life easier or more easy, as they used the windmills and water mills to help them in grinding the grains and make the flour. And after some times we used these two devices in a different way. Firstly, we know that the wind can move, and the movement of the wind generates kinetic energy, right? So if this is the windmill and there is a wind that blows from any direction, so the blades of the windmill, they are called blades. These parts of the windmills, the three parts, they are called blades. When these blades are moved by the kinetic energy that comes from the wind, we can generate electricity, or we can catch this kinetic energy, then convert it into electric energy. Very good. What is the advantage of using the windmill? It's low cost because we cannot get a high cost on the wind, and it's a renewable resource of energy that cannot run out. And what are the disadvantages of using the windmills? Sometimes there is no wind blow in the place, and the windmill's blade don't move, and this is a disadvantage. Okay, so what about the water mill? It works with the same way. When the water moves inside the river or inside the ocean, the water movement generates kinetic energy. This kinetic energy moves the mill's blade, the blades of the mills, like this, so it can move like this. And it's also low cost because the water moves by itself. It doesn't cost us a large amount of money. And it's a renewable energy resource because the water cannot run out, but it can be replaced every day. But what are the disadvantages of the water mills? The water supply may dry up, so the water mills don't move. So if the water dried from this place, so we cannot use the water mill in this place, we have to move it to a different place that contains a large amount of moving water. Okay, now let's get a note. The modern wind turbines and the old windmills, they vary in the shape and in the number of the blades. As you see, this shape of the windmills and this shape of the wind turbines, they are different in the shape, but both of them are used in generating electricity by changing the kinetic energy that comes from the wind into electricity. Okay, let's move to the questions. Firstly, write the scientific term. Number 1, a mill that is turned by the water flow. Excellent, the water mill. A mill that is turned by wind movement, it's windmill. Number 3, the main energy which is produced from both electric mixture and the manual mixture, the energy that is produced, that come out. Excellent, the kinetic energy. Number 4, a type of energy resource when the oil is used inside a car engine, that comes out. Okay, when we use the oil inside the inside the car engine, the electric energy is produced or come out from the oil, and this type of energy, it's non-renewable energy. That's all for this lesson. Thank you for listening.